Hi, my name is Lee Folks from Pep Tech High School in Tucson. I teach history, and since we're quarantined now, students and teachers alike, we're trying to do the best we can doing things online, and I just wanted to show how to use my openbookhistory.org website. It's built on the Moodle architecture, which is a free app for Android or iOS, or on Windows you could access it with any browser. And so we'll start by going to a search engine right here, and I'll just type in open space book space history, open book history, hit enter, and at the top of the list is open book history Pep Tech High School. Click on that. That brings us to the front page, and without even logging in, we can go to site announcements right here, and on the first one at the top, just click on that, and that shows our schedule so far this fourth quarter of 2020, March 23rd, and the current week we're in right now is April 13th, and this video here is about the U.S. history class, and you can see the 4 weeks of all the topics we covered here. For example, we'll pick one. We'll go to the week of March 30th, which was the history of U.S. women, and that's the first announcement. Now we'll go back to site announcements here. We'll click on another one, the second one, and this one here has my email address where you can contact me if you have any login issues. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and log in as a student. And click on login here, and then we go over to the left here on this navigation bar. We click on USH for US history. It's a combined US and Arizona history, and then you'll see right here it says Great American Women in History. Click on that, and now we got to scroll down here till we come to that section, and it's right here, this section right here. You'll see Harriet Tubman here and Alice Paul. And so as we scroll down, I got a few videos at the top here. I got about 6 or 7 videos here. And for example, we'll click on one right here, this video. Now if I right click on it, it'll open it in another tab. You could have multiple tabs open at the same time on this website. So then we got the video here on YouTube. I'm going to play this for a few seconds, and now I hope it doesn't come out too loud here. We'll play it.
So it turns out that the federal government did not recognize Native Americans as citizens until 1924. Those of Asian descent could not become citizens and vote until 1952.
All right, so yeah, this is one of the videos. There's just a talk about the women's suffrage movement, and you could watch the videos. When you finish, you go back to the website here, and there's a text before every quiz. So here's the text right here for quiz number 1. We open that in a new tab. So now we got 3 tabs open here at the same time, and this is the text about quiz number 1. And I suggest you read this before you take the quiz. Suppose we speed read here. We finish this in 5 seconds. So now we go to back to the quiz and open the quiz right here. And I allow 2 attempts, and go attempt quiz now, and start attempt. On this one here, the time limit's 47 minutes, which is usually ample time to do it. And we click on start attempt, and now we come up with the first question is matching. And this is kind of a long question, so I'm just going to briefly go over this. I'm going to pick some of the shorter questions here. And we'll, you could, by the way, you could jump around here. You could skip questions, go back to the original question. You could go, delivers her Ain't I a Woman speech at the Ohio Women's Rights Convention in 1851, and was later received by President Abraham Lincoln at the White House. And who was that? That was a Sojourner Truth. Okay, check that. If you want to check it right away, you can, but you don't have to. It's optional, and it gives you full credit for that one. Now, next one. United States abolitionist who was born a slave on a plantation in Maryland and became a famous conductor on the Underground Railroad, leading other slaves to freedom in the North. Now, I'm going to pick the wrong answer on purpose here, okay? Then I'm going to show you how this works, okay? Now, click on check. I clicked on Harriet Beecher Stowe, which is not correct. And it says it's not correct. And it gives me 0%, 0 out of 1. But now, let's say you want to take a second chance at it. You want to say, okay, we're going to say it was Harriet Tubman. Click on that. Now do check again. Now if you get on the second guess, it's going to give you half credit. Okay, so half credit is better than nothing. All right, so now we'll go to, I'm going to skip around here. Say in the presidential election in 1872, this woman cast a test vote in Rochester, New York, was subsequently convicted of a crime but refused to pay the resulting fine. And who was that? And that was Susan B. Anthony. She was from the Rochester, Syracuse area in New York State. And that says that one was correct. Okay, I'll go next page here. Just pick a few questions here or there. Okay, when it was admitted in 1912, Arizona immediately became one of the first 10 states to allow women's suffrage. And we'll put true. You can check that. Get immediate feedback. And now I just want to find another question here. All right, the eastern United States were the first to give women the right to vote. True or false? That was false. Okay, almost all of the states that started women's suffrage were from the West, like Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, and so on. All right, so now we'll just jump to the end here in the navigation. And suppose we finish the quiz right now. We'll click on Finish Attempt. And now, suppose you want to go back and check a question. You're not sure about what, okay? You could use the text here to look up, let's say you want to look up Alice Paul, okay? You go Control F, type Alice Paul, and it finds the first occurrence of Alice Paul, saying she was born in 1885 in Morristown, New Jersey. And now you could go to the next occurrence of Alice Paul. There's another occurrence of it, and a third one, fourth one, and so on, okay? So then you go back to the quiz, and you can go back and forth between the text and the quiz. It's an open book quiz. That's why I call it open book history. And then when you finally finish, you go submit all and finish. Now, some people finish but don't click this button. If you don't click the button, the teacher will not receive the quiz, and the score will default to 0. So it's really important to hit the submit all and finish button. And then it submits it. It gives you the score right here, instantaneously. Now it says 15%. Of course, I only took a few questions out of the quiz, so considering I only took a few questions, 15% is not bad, okay? So we finished the quiz there, and we could just close this tab. And that's pretty much it for the demonstration. If you like this video, please click on like. If you have any comments, please feel free to make comments, and I will try to respond as soon as I can. Thank you.